Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I brought you a team called the FLING team. Kinda annoying, and it also went through some iterations. I'll show you some replays I did over the week, or actually 2 weeks now. Sorry about that. But anyway, FLING basically flings the user's item at the target. Power varies and also effect varies. So I have put a lot of different items on my Pokemon to show the effect of Fling. We have Weavile with King's Rock and Beat Up, because King's Rock with Beat Up is actually 6 chances to flinch. We also have Fake Out, we also have Icicle Crash with 30% to flinch with the King's Rock, it's even more. And Fling is basically like a dark type Fake Out, without the priority though. Then we have Hawlucha with Poison Barb, and I think Poison Barb's power of Fling is like 70, so it's a guaranteed poison. It activates your Unburden, and it's also a dark type, so it hits ghost types for your fighting type, which is kinda good. Then we have Lando, and Lando again has Fling, and Lando has Light Ball, which basically, I think the base power is low, but it paralyzes. Then I have Conkeldurr with Fling, Flame Orb, and then as you probably know by now, or you can assume by now, it will burn the target. And it's actually pretty good for ghost types again, because it can also burn them, but it just hits them. It's pretty good. And then, I know I'm boring, but Melmetal and Primarina and their choice Pokemon, they don't use Fling, but I noticed that this Fling concept is really good with these 4 items. The rest is kind of just there. It kind of either does the same thing. You can fling a Toxic Orb for less damage, but Toxic Poison stuff. And I really needed some more beefy Pokemon. I don't tend to use them too much in these replays, a little bit, but yeah. Fling is pretty good, so let's just jump into some replays. Right, here is a battle versus Ratfellow. It's pretty ratty. Let's see what he does. I go Lando, he goes Primarina. I'm like, oh, I don't want to take a whatever it is, so I U-turn. And yeah, here's my Melmetal, and Melmetal takes an Ice Beam, that's why it's there. Fucking Melmetal, super stupid. Check out this damage. It does 60 something to a, no, 71 to a defensive Pokemon. And then he goes Corviknight, and it does like about 70 with a crit to a defensive resisted Pokemon. It's absolutely stupid how powerful this Pokemon is. And I saw the Roost coming, so I was like, yeah, he also has Rocky Helmet. So I'm just gonna fling my Flame Orb at him and burn him, so his Brave Bird or whatever doesn't do as much damage. And I know Corviknight normally goes for Body Press, but he goes for that, and I mean, that's not too good for him, because 69 damage over the, you know, loss of flying type. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it again, and yeah, and then I do it again. And this time he loses 74 because rolls. And then, yeah, Burn finishes him off, which is pretty decent, I would say. Corviknights are annoying. Here's Cuckoo, Tapu Koko, Tapu KKO, and Brave Bird actually, for some reason. I mean, kind of makes sense. Moonblast would have done more. Or would have? I don't know. But anyway, break the multi-skill on Dragonite. And now we go into Icicle Crash. He has a Yachi Berry, but I mean, taste the Yachi Berry didn't do shit, and he forfeits because... Here's one versus Dragonite 228. Hello, Tapu Fini. Hello, Weavile. And now Weavile is really annoying. And when the flinch actually happens, this Pokemon can eat up, like, fruit teams, basically. Here's a Melmetal eating up a Moonblast, so here's the Melmetal's usage again. I really, you know, I just click moves, and here's a Hippowdon. Hippowdon is kind of bulky, right? I mean, kinda, because he almost dies to this Iron Bash, and we lose health from the Rocky Helm, which is fine. He goes for a Earthquake, and I go to my Lando to kind of not get hit by the Earthquake, and he goes Rillaboom, and check this out, check this shit out. Fling, right? And paralyzes. So, haha, you cannot do shit. I mean, he has Grassy Glide, but not really, because critical hit U-turn hits him. And he goes for a knockoff, actually, so no Flame Orb for me, but Rillaboom dies to the Sandstorm, which is kind of cool. Here's a Corviknight, he goes for Bulk Up, and now this is gonna be kind of a lesson of humility for you guys. Lesson of whatever it is that, I forgot the word now, but basically don't be too greedy. So he becomes greedy with the Bulk Up, and he's like, nah, this is it, I'm winning here. He has no, you know, physical, no special attackers. So I go for Thunder Punch, I get the RNG Para, and he's like, okay, that's kind of scary, so I go for it again. He loses health, but he's like, nah, I'm not gonna roost, I'm not gonna kill it, I'm just gonna bulk up more. So I'm like, okay, buddy, you have one chance to lose this entire game, and he actually, yeah. So there's this Corviknight, and he knows the error has mistakes, so yeah, this is a battle versus He goes Nidoking. He actually decided not to go Nidoking. He goes Toxapex. So I use my moves and beat up. Actually hits 6 times, dealing rather good damage, honestly. And he flinches because of my King's Rock. 6 times chance to, so 60% or something like that. I don't know the actual calculation. If anyone is an expert of that and wants to share in the comments, then go ahead. But he flinches again. He's like, oh well, nope. So here's Nidoking, who will take even more damage because he's not as defensive. So I actually knock him down to 30%, and doesn't really matter if he flinched or not. He goes back to the Toxapex for some reason. So I mean, I'm just clicking this one move, destroying his team just by clicking this one move. He didn't Baneful Bunker yet, so I don't think he has it. And I just click the move, and then I believe that he gets the Scald. He doesn't burn me, which would have been cool for him. Goes back to the Nidoking, and then the Nidoking dies to my juicy beat up. So Weavile so far really damaged Toxapex and killed Nidoking. He goes Ancient Power on Regieleki for no reason. There's absolutely no reason for him to do that. And I throw the Light Ball. I had a Sceptile here, as you can see, by the way. So I Swords Dance right, and he Toxics me, of course. So then I'm like, yeah, he's gonna Painful Bunker now, maybe. I don't know. I'm just gonna Swords Dance again. Doesn't matter what he went for because he's paralyzed. And then I Leaf Blade, and then 65%. He's paralyzed. So I'm gonna Leaf Blade again. Oh no, sorry, I'm gonna Acrobatics. Never mind. And here comes Regieleki because he thinks he's faster, but he's not faster because I'm Unburdened Sceptile and I killed the Regieleki with my guy. He's like, yeah, my Regieleki died to a Sceptile, I'm gonna forfeit. I mean, I understand. I totally understand. Here is a battle. Goro Trick Ranger. Hello, Goro Trick Ranger. I'm gonna eat up your Porygon 2 with my Flinch Weavile, which is totally fair and legit. Please, people, don't take this team to the ladder, because you will get no GGs and you will get no friends. But hey, if you care about winning, you can flinch a Porygon with your beat up and your fake out, so the Porygon just, nicely takes the damage. And he's like, haha, I can recover. Well, no, you can die. Okay, he's dead. Here comes Machamp. I'm like, I don't want to take it, Machamp to my face. He goes Bulk Up, rather, sure. So I Fling, and I'm like, oh wait, that could be Guts. But he's not Guts because he's a Dynamic Punch, so he's no guard. I get confused, and I'm like, oof, well, that's gonna suck. But hey, Acrobatics goes through, he lives, he gets Salak Berry, doesn't matter at all because he has the poison. And I get Cross Chop, he dies. I'm still confused, but it doesn't matter because he goes Luxray with Quick Attack. So that's kind of funky, and he's Guts. So I'm like, you're burned, might as well flinch the fuck out of you, so the burn actually does you some damage. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 because Luxray, Hawlucha is dead. So that's the end of Luxray. Thanks Weavile, you're just totally destroying this guy. Thank you. Alright, next is Hawlucha his own. I go Icicle Crash, almost killing this thing. But he has a Citrus Berry, so now his Unburden activates. And I actually flinch with that shit too, which is stupid. And then he flinches me, finally. Hey, you go, Goro Trick Ranger. And that does no damage because he never set up any Swords Dances. That does some damage, but because he set up no Swords Dances, that doesn't matter. Here comes the Dragapult, which goes for Dragon Dance because, yeah, he wants to, but he sees Ice Punch, he just disregards it. He has Weakness Policy on this too, which is kind of funny, but because he is physical and my Melmetal is at 100% health, I really don't care. Phantom Force is whatever, kind of whatever. Alright, deals actually a lot of damage, but whatever, because, yeah, double Iron Bash is fair and balanced. Dragonite goes for Dragon Dance. He's just like all about the setup, man. I mean, critical hit breaks through and the other one kills him. So yeah, well, Weavile, right? Weavile is bonkers. Alrighty, Hike. Hike actually said hi, good luck, and I was like, you too, man. His names are funky. I gotta kiss you, but he actually taunts me thinking Rocks. I'm not Rocks, man. I'm Fling. And I actually U-turn him. Then I go Weavile and I Icicle Crash. No more Crocodile, which is sad. I like Crocodile. Here's You Ugly, I'm a Hot, alright. Sets up the Reflect and the Light Screen. Double Iron Bash doesn't care about anything, just kills the Grimmsnarl. So we're kind of good here. He goes D-Knight, Magikarp with Wings. He goes sub, and I actually misplay here. I go for fake out for no reason at all. He thankfully misses this move. I think it's like 95% accuracy or 90, but he misses it, which is great. And then I go for beat up, and I actually flinch even though I only hit him twice. And then Icicle Crash kills this, and I should have gone for Icicle Crash, you know, instantly. But I went for fake out for whatever reason. Here's Cute, who's a Azumarill. And he goes for Belly Drum, as every Azumarill does, and I go for Iron Bash. And because I lost my band, I don't kill it. I don't think I would have, but whatever. But you know, Weavile is here to save the day again. I mean, Weavile is just MVP of this, honestly. And I'm like, I go fake out, then I switch out to Holuche, which I don't need really, to take the Aqua Jet, and then I'm gonna fake out again. And then I think he won't go for Aqua Jet again, so I just kill it with beat up, and he actually doesn't. I don't know if that made sense for him or not, but I still hit Urshifu water, so... And then he goes, I'm a Phoenix, and I hit him 4 times with 1 crit, where the crit actually did the least damage, which is funny, so... Whichever Pokemon was that, didn't work. Anyway, Icicle Crash, Smart Strike, he's almost dead, so... That makes no difference at all, because I have Mach Punch, and he switches to I'm a Strong, the Regieleki, but Mach Punch does more than half, and then I get Guts, so Mach Punch does even more and kills it, and then Mach Punch finishes off the I'm a Phoenix Kartana, which was a pretty decent match, I would say, so... Yeah, thanks. Then I actually got contacted by Josh Love 2020. I don't know if you remember the guy, but he was the guy I played against with the 6 Kyogres in my Yoink video. But basically, he reached out and he was like, hey, remember me? And I was like, sure, bro, I remember you. And he was like, I'm gonna show you something funny and interesting. I was like, alright, let's see what it is. So I brought my Fling team, and he brought this team, and this team doesn't really look that, you know, interesting. But let's see. Let's see. So, the Death Star, the Reggie Draco, which I fake out first, and I'm like, okay, well, is this the interesting thing? You mean Scarf Dragon Energy? And it kind of is, Josh. I mean, I don't wanna say it, but it kind of is not interesting because that's how you do it. But anyway, he's not Stall, the Toxic Blissey with leftovers. So so yeah, and then there's the Ghost type, and I like look how much Fling did to this. Flame Orb doesn't matter because he's fire, but look how much it did. And I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna allow you to do that, so I'm just gonna Ice Punch. I know it kills you because I'm Guts and you're not defensive at all, so Shadow Ball doesn't do stuff, and Blacephalon is down, but my Conkeldurr is also down. Whatever, here's Cyclops the Melmetal, here's my Metal, but I'm like, I don't want to lose a Speed tie and lose my Melmetal, so I'm gonna go Landorus, and he actually goes for Earthquake. So then I actually go for Earthquake. No, sorry, I go for Fling to paralyze him, which is cool, and then I actually go Weavile because I'm sorry, if he is Prankster and I'm Dark type, then that doesn't do anything, but Fake Out, of course, fakes him out. Then I go Icicle Crash, 72, and he goes Moonblast, so that does a lot of damage. Drops my special attack, doesn't matter at all. Goes Leech Seed, but yes, I am Dark type, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so beat up, just because, you know, I could miss that Icicle Crash, which I didn't want to do. Here's Cyclops, and actually, you know what, Cyclops, let's see. So here's 5 hits to Cyclops' little face, and I flinch. So Weavile is, you know, coming in clutch again, which we love to see Weavile. I know Weavile is not like NU or whatever, it's actually pretty good. That's like UUBL, I think. But it's really good. I mean, I love this Weavile set, to be honest, and I think you would enjoy it too. China's Great Wall. I actually, if you didn't see that, I actually pulled the switch, even though I could have gone for beat up, but that was super good for me because that was just too good. And the not Stall Blissey, the leftovers Toxic Blissey, goes down to Earthquake, which is good. I mean, Regidrago comes back, and actually no, actually it doesn't, because here's Primarina again, and I go for Hyper Voice. I don't kill it, sadly. Thunder Punch does a lot of damage, so my Primarina is kinda dead. I could have saved the Primarina for the Regidrago. I don't know what you know what else the Regidrago does, but I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna click my moves, and then he's actually recovers, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, but it doesn't matter because we have Lando, the trusty little Lando since Gen 5. Great Pokemon, right? But I actually grew to like Lando a bit more now. It's less useful than it used to be. It's just overall pretty good. It's just kind of annoying when it's on every team, but I haven't seen it so much lately. So anyway, great China's Great Wall. is dead, and then Death Star the Scarfed Dragon Energy. Yeah, and then I fake it out just because I know how Dragon Energy works, so I knock it, fake it out, sorry, to lower its health. Then I sack Howlucha, I don't want to be swept by that, so I go to Weavile again, I lower his health again, and at this point I don't think it kills my Melmetal, so I'm like, yeah, that's fine. So here comes the Melmetal, and it actually does no damage. I mean, not no damage, but it doesn't matter, so... And that's it. That's Josh. That's been, the Fling team. The team is gonna be in the description. It's the latest one, so this one of Primarina, and there was a few other ones. But anyway, thanks for watching. It's been like 20 minutes already, so I'm just gonna edit this and put it online. And next time we're gonna do something more funky, even more funky. I mean, because Fling is pretty good. And yeah, cool. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you whenever I'll see you. Bye.